Hey guys, welcome to Protein Treats. Today we are making brownies, good old-fashioned protein brownies. They are so decadent and delicious and chocolatey. You are gonna die when you taste them. I can't wait for you to see how these turned out, so let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with our dry ingredients. Now, I'm using a 1/4 cup of coconut flour. Now, you can use an almond flour. I'm using coconut flour because we have some nut allergies in our house, but also because it's very high in fiber and high in protein. So a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, and then I'm using 2/3 of a cup of dark cocoa plus 2 tablespoons. So 2/3 of a cup plus 2 tablespoons, and I'm gonna put that in. And I'm just gonna make sure I get all of it out here, get all of the yummy goodness. And then we're gonna use 2 cups of stevia. Now you can use Splenda or you can use erythritol or another sweetener of your choice, but we're using stevia, and I have 2 full cups here of stevia. And then I have 1 teaspoon of salt and an equal 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now when you do that combination of the 3 together, that's what gives your brownies that nice, soft, moist texture that you're looking for. So you wanna make sure you put all of those in. Okay, so once we get our dry ingredients, now we're gonna go ahead and add the most important ingredient, which is our chocolate Nutriline. And we need 2/3 of a cup of chocolate Nutriline. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in. What's so great about this is you've got prebiotic fiber and you've got cross-filtered whey proteins. You're getting all of the peptides that you need from your protein. We're just gonna mix our dry ingredients until they're perfectly mixed here. And now we're gonna start on our wet ingredients. So over here on our wet ingredients, we have 4 whole eggs. So you can use egg whites if you want a little less fat and you want all of the protein. But the nice thing about egg yolks is they have really healthy cholesterol in them, and they have lots and lots of the good kind of fat that you need plus protein. So we're using 4 whole eggs. We're also using 1/2 cup of coconut oil that we've melted and let cool. So here's some cooled coconut oil. Because coconut oil is a medium chain triglyceride, we know from research that that helps you lose weight. So people who have about 2 tablespoons a day of coconut oil lose more weight than people who don't. And then we've got 1/2 cup of coconut milk. Now this is an unsweetened coconut milk. You want to make sure that you're not using a vanilla coconut milk or a regular one that has a lot of added sugar. So ours doesn't have any, and it's only about 42 calories for a whole cup. So we're really not adding a lot of calories to our recipe, but we're getting a lot of that texture and taste that we want. And then to keep things moist, I'm adding 1/2 cup of water and a little bit of real vanilla. And I prefer the real vanilla over the imitation vanilla, and you'll probably find the same thing once you start using a real vanilla. So in goes my teaspoon of vanilla, and then last but not least, we're actually going to add some Greek yogurt. So we have a cup of Greek yogurt here, and what's great about a plain Greek yogurt is it's really high in protein and high in the good healthy fats, especially if you go with the 2% or higher, but it doesn't have a lot of the added sugar that you get from a lot of other yogurts. Once you get your wet ingredients all together, go ahead and whisk those up until they're nice and even, and then we're gonna mix them both together and put them into our pan. Now you could use a stand mixer for this, but you really don't have to. These are so easy to make. Now once you have all of your wet ingredients mixed up nice and evenly like this, just go right ahead and mix it right into your dry ingredients. And then, whoops, just using a spoon, you're gonna go ahead and mix the batter up until it's nice and even. Now you wanna be careful not to over mix it. You want it mixed just enough that it's pretty even consistency, and you're ready to go ahead and put it in your well-oiled 9-inch pan. So you want to make sure that your brownie pan is really well oiled. I use a coconut oil because it's an MCT or a medium chain triglyceride, so it's healthier than a canola oil. But you want to make sure that it's really well done so that your cookie batter doesn't stick to the pan because it's a very dense batter. So now we're going to take our batter and we're going to go ahead and just pour it evenly right into our pan. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in our preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. Okay, so I just pulled my brownies out of the oven and you're not going to believe how moist and delicious and incredible these are. Just going to get my knife in here and oh, it's still a little hot. Oh my goodness. If you can get a close-up of just how moist these are so decadent. You're not going to believe that you're actually eating something healthy. You're going to love it. These taste better than anything you can have that are full of sugar or maybe from the store. And I am so proud of these. I make it all the time. My kids ask for them all the time. And my #1 fan of these brownies is my husband. So if you're looking for something that's going to give you that craving and that satisfaction you want when you have a chocolate craving, this is it. So I think I'm going to have a bite and just test these out for you guys. Oh my God, these are so good. These are so good. You're not going to believe it. I can't wait to hear your comments. Make sure you subscribe. And hey, we'll see you guys next week on Protein Treats.